Welcome. If you are on the replay crew, watch at 2 times speed. I'll give you just a second to get down there to 2 times speed. And while you do that, I'll do this. And then bam. So, hey there. No, listen. Listen, it's me, God and God Voice. Hi. Watch on 2 times speed.
Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the YouTuberverse, the Party Pit. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book called God Said, because he did not fucking say that. So we are going to find out. Yes, we're going to find out. So this is God's unofficial biography as read by yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. Clap for me, I clap for you. Yeah. So, we're on this book called Genesis. Well, you probably already know what book it is. Hi, Road Dog. Hold on, I'm going to pull up my chat because I know what the fuck is happening. Yeah, there we go. No, we don't go. What is happening? Right here is what's happening. Yeah, then we'll put this right here. Look, we're doing so amazing. We're doing so amazing. So, yeah, I see you brought your weed. I also brought my weed. I'm so happy right now. So, anyway, we are on Genesis. And we left off. Uh, where did we leave off? We left off on chapter 20. Chapter 29. No, we're on chapter 28. Yeah, that's where we are. Chapter 28. So, yesterday, Rebecca was flipping out because she wanted Jacob to go get a Jew wife because Esau married non-Jew wives. So she's like, that can't happen. I'll die and it'll be terrible. So the dude goes and gets Becca. And Isaac has sex with Becca on his dead mom's bed. Like, I'm never going to get over that. Just why? Just so many reasons on why that's a terrible idea. You know what I didn't do, though? I I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does matter. No, it doesn't really matter. Okay, fuck it. Thank you. I love you too, Road Dog. So, anyway, again, I'll never get over that. Sex in your dead mom's bed. Like, she literally died in that bed. So, you're like literally gonna have sex with somebody on it. What is it? What is life? Just, what is life? No one knows what life is. It's fucking crazy, is what it is. No way, what? Okay, okay. That's as good as I'm getting it. Okay. So, okay. This. This story is crazy. That's what you call a dead. Oh my god, it is exactly what you call that. Look, I'm gonna drink some coffee to that wisdom right there. That is wisdom beyond your years, my friend. Okay. Oh, yeah. Here's the other thing that happened. Esau was very hungry and wanted some food. But Jake, being really smart and really lazy, told his brother, I'll give you some food for your birthright. So Esau was like, whatever the fuck you want, right? And then Isaac's getting ready to die. So he sends Esau to go get some food. But Becca was ear hustling, right? Becca was ear hustling. So she got Jacob to put on some furry clothes and go get the first blessing, which Esau obviously forgot about the bed, but Rebecca didn't. And so Isaac ends up giving Jacob the oldest blessing because he pretended to be Esau because Esau wasn't going to keep his word. So anyway, Becca gets scared and like Becca gets scared and tells Isaac to send Jacob away. So that's where we left off and where we were picking up. Isaac's about to tell Jacob to leave. So it says, then Isaac called Jake and blessed him and charged him, saying, you shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan. Arise and go to Padam Aram, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take yourself a wife from the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. This guy is typical. Absolutely typical. May God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and multiply you, that you may be an assembly of people. And we give you the blessing of Abe. Yeah, something like that. To you and your descendants with you, that you may inherit the land in which you are a stranger, which God gave to Abe. So Isaac sent Jacob away, and he went to Padam Aram, to Laban, the Syrian, the brother of Becca. So Becca's a Syrian. So Jacob is half Syrian and half Chaldean. Okay. Okay. The brother of Becca, the mother of Jacob and Esau. Esau saw Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take himself a wife from there. That as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, "Don't, not these girls around here." So Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and he went to Padan Aram. Also, Esau saw the Canaanite women did not please his father. So Esau went to Ishmael and took Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abe's son, the sister of Naboth, to be his wife, in addition to the wives he had. Could you imagine getting married just because it'll make your dad happy? Maybe. You don't know that for sure. But it might make your dad happy. Now, Jake went out from Beersheba and went towards Haran. So he came to a certain place and stayed all night because the sun had set. And he took one of the stones and put it as his head. He lay down in that place to sleep. Then he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set up on earth, and its top reached to heaven. And there the angels were descending and ascending. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said,
Hi, I'm God and God voice. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done stuff for you, but I don't think you've ever met me mano a mano. But here we are. So it's fancy meeting you here. Yes, absolutely. So I am the Lord God of Abe and Isaac, and the land on which you lie I will give to you and your descendants. Also, your descendants shall be as the dust of the earth. You shall spread abroad to the west and east, north and south, and in you and your seed all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Behold, I am with you and keep you wherever you go. Yeah, because I'm awesome. You don't know that yet, but you will know that I am awesome. It's a thing that's happening. Yeah, it's a good time. And I will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have spoken to you.
Okay. God. Out of control. Yeah. Okay. Then Jake awoke from his sleep and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." And he was afraid and said, "How awesome is this place? Man, it's so awesome. This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." Ooh, yeah, scary shit. Then Jacob rose early in the morning and took the stone he had put at his head, set up as a pillar, and poured oil on top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel. But the name of that city was Luz previously. Then Jake made a vow, saying, "If God will be with me and keep me in this way that I am going, and give me bread and clothing, so that I come back to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God. And this stone, which I have set as a pillar, shall be God's house. And all that you give me, I will give a tenth to you." Yeah, that's a lot, I think. Okay, so we are in between chapters real quick. So we're going to smoke a cigarette and discuss this. Discuss this with me if you love me. Listen, I want to conversate while I'm smoking a cigarette. What do you think about this? Like, if God does this, then he'll be my God. But if he doesn't do this, then he's not going to be my God. I'm not going to trust it. I don't want to trust it. But if this stuff happens, I will trust it. It's like, why would it be like that? Like your grandfather, your father, those are examples of God. So, like, isn't that weird? It might be a little weird. I, I don't know. It's like you have pure examples, and your own father is one of them, who literally almost got sacrificed by his father for the same God. And you're going to be like, well, I don't know. I still don't know. Like, they could have been ribbing me, playing a joke this whole time. But I don't know why you would play a joke about your dad sacrificing you. I don't know. Nothing. We'll just go to chapter 29. I think that I love you is because you're leaving. How many minutes are we at? I don't know. Oh, we're at 30 minutes. Yeah, we're like right on time. We are right on time. Cool. So, 29 says, so Jake went on his journey and came to the land of the people of the east. And he looked and saw a well in the field. And behold, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flock. A large stone was on the well's mouth. Now, all the flocks would be gathered there, and they would roll the stone from the well's mouth, water the sheep, and put the stone back in its place in the well's mouth. And Jacob said, my brothers, where are you from? And they're like, Haran. We're like, from here, dude. Where are you from? Not here. You're already sticking out like a sore thumb. When he said to them, do you know Laban, son of Nahor? They're like, oh yeah, his daughter's about to be here. Her name is Rachel. And he was like, is it still high day? Is it not time for the cattle to be gathered? Water the sheep and then go feed them. And they were like, not until all of them. And they had rolled the stone from the well's mouth. Then we water the sheep. Now, while he was still speaking, Rachel came with uh, she came with her father's sheep. She was a shepherdess. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, uh, and the sheep of Laban, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban. Then Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted his voice and wept. Who does that? I bet he jizzed in his pants. That's why he cried. Too much emotion. Yeah, it's a good time. Actually, it's not a good time because then you have wet underwear for the rest of the day. And then you have wet ass and empty pockets, and that's no fun. No wonder he cried. Oh, my pants are wet. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Okay, kissed Rachel and cried. And Jake told Rachel that they were relatives and he was Becca's son. And then she ran and told her father. This is a sneaky shit right here. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky devil shit right here. Yeah. Then it came to pass when Laban heard Jacob and his mission, he ran to meet him, embraced and kissed him, and brought him to his house. So he told Laban all the things, and Laban said, "Go out and get this DMX CD, flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone." It's a really good DMX album, and I recommend going and getting it, Jacob. Um, and he stayed with him for a month. Then Laban said to Jacob, "Okay, like we're related and stuff. Like you, you need to. What's going on? Like you need to work. How much do you want, right?" And Rachel had a sister, and her name was Leah. But Leah's eyes were delicate, but Rachel was beautiful of form and appearance. Now, Jacob loved Rachel, and he said, "I will serve you 7 years for Rachel, your younger daughter." And Laban was like, "Well, if not you, then who?" Right? Okay. So Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed only a few days because of the love he had for her. Then Jacob said, "All right, give me my wife. Everything is done because I need to marry her." And Laban gathered together. So he threw a party, right? And he got Jake super smashed and was like, "Yeah, take my daughter." Turns out it was Leah. And Jacob freaks out. He's like, "What did you do?" And Laban's like, "Who am I to give you my youngest daughter without my oldest daughter being married? So you got to marry her." And then Jacob's like, "What about another 7 years for Rachel?" And he's like, "Whatever, I don't give a fuck." So then Jacob did so. Oh, I read this wrong. So we'll also let you marry Rachel, but you got to serve another 7 years. Then Jacob did so. And so he gave Jake Rachel also. And Laban gave his maid Bilhah to Rachel as a maid. Then Jacob also went into Rachel, and he loved Rachel more than Leah. And he served with Laban another 7 years. And then when the song, so God noticed that nobody really loved Leah. Like she was in a loveless, sexless marriage. He opened her womb. Rachel was barren. So Leah conceived and bore a son. And she called him Reuben. Okay, so Reuben is the oldest. Maybe I should write down these names because we got to remember who they are. Okay. Okay. So, okay. She bore a son, Reuben, and she named him that because the Lord had surely looked on my affliction. Now, therefore, my husband will love me. So his name is Depression. Then she conceived again and bore a son and said, because the Lord had heard that I am unloved, he has therefore given me this son also. And she called him Simeon. So his name is also Depression. She conceived again and bore a son. And then she said, now this time my husband will become attached to me because I have bore him 3 sons. And she called him Levi. And she conceived again and bore a son and said, now I will praise the Lord. And she called him Judah. Judah is an interesting character. Judah is highly interesting. She conceived and bore again. And then she said, I will praise the Lord, and named him Judah. Then she stopped bearing. So she had 4 sons. We're at 35 minutes. That's pretty okay. All right, we'll smoke a cigarette and then go on to chapter 30. Because this is going to be the 12 tribes of Jacob. So we might as well find out what they are. You know, we're going to be reading about them over and over and over and over. And then we just stop reading about them. It's crazy. It's like after a while, these tribes don't even really matter. But for a short while, they do matter. I don't know. What? What does it say? I knew one of these was up. So, we're going on to chapter 30. But I can't believe what Laban did to Jacob. Because he purposely didn't marry his other daughter, Leah. He purposely didn't marry her off because it was easier to fucking trick the guy and lie. Because that is a thing that these people are super good at. They're super good at lying and taking advantage. I know right now it says these people are Syrian, but that is a trait that these people have. So they got it from their original blood, which is Chaldean and Syrian. But whatever. I'm just going to drink my coffee. Actually, I should end right here. Mm, no, let me keep. Let me keep reading. Okay, so chapter 30 says, now, when Rachel saw that she had borne Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said, give me children or else I die. 'Cause, yeah, right. And Jacob's anger was aroused against Rachel and said, who the fuck do you think I am? Like, you crazy voodoo woman? Who do you think? Do you think I have the power to do that? Why don't I tell you to just randomly release eggs? Yeah, it's not so fun, is it? No. Why don't I tell you? Give me a child or you die. Or something. You know? Think about my feel bads in this whole thing. What are you doing? And then she was like, here is my maid, Bilhah. Go rub your pecker raw. Go rub your pecker raw for Bilhah and have a baby with me through her. Because that makes sense. All right, here we go. Then she gave him Bilhah as a wife, and Jacob and Bilhah conceived and bore a son. And Rachel said, God has judged my case and heard my voice in giving me a son, and I will name him Dan. Okay. And Rachel's maid Bilhah conceived again and bore him a son. And then Rachel said, with great wrestlings, I have wrestled with my sister, Indeed, I have prevailed. And she called him Naphtali. And when Leah saw she had stopped bearing, she took Zilpah and gave her to Jacob and was like, rub your pecker raw. And then Leah said, a troop comes. So, Zilpah bore Jacob a son, and she called him Gad. She called him Gad. And Leah's maid Zilpah bore Jacob a second son and named him Asher because she's happy and blessed. We've almost got a lot of them. Now Reuben went in the day of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field, and he brought them to his mother. Then Rachel said, can I have some of those mandrakes? And Leah was like, only if I can have Jake for the night. And she's like, I just want some fruit. He can do whatever he wants. So Rachel sold Jake for some oranges. And I'm sure when Jake found out he had to stay the night with this other woman for some oranges, I can assume he was kind of upset because he loves Rachel and she just sold him for some fruit. And God listened to Leah and she conceived. Sorry for coughing in your ear. That's what I get for breathing. Breathing and smoking at the same time. Not my best subjects. And she bore him a fifth son. And she said, God has given me my wages, for I have given my maid to my husband. Oh, because I gave my maid. And she called him Issachar. Issachar. Okay, Issachar. Then Leah conceived and bore a sixth son. And she said, God has endowed me with a good endowment. Holy crap, this is so long. And maybe my husband will dwell with me, because I have bore him six sons. And she called him a comic book bad guy, Zebulon. Okay. Afterward, she bore a daughter and called her Dinah. Yeah, Dinah. Then God remembered Rachel and listened to her and opened her womb. And she conceived and bore a son and said, God has taken away my reproach. So she called his name Joseph. Okay. And it came to pass when Rachel had borne Joseph that Jacob said to Laban, I need to go. I need to go to my own place. So give me my wives and my children, whom I have served you, and let me go. For you know my service, which I have done for you. Listen, I need to go. Like, I need to go see my dad and my mom because literally I was only supposed to be here for a minute. So you could let me go. And Laban was like, no, you can stay if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake. Then he said, name your wages and I will give it. And Jacob was like, no, you know everything I've done for you. Everything. And I'll do even more, but I gotta leave, dude. And Jacob and Laban was like, but what do you want? And Jake said, nothing. I just want to go. I will feed and keep your flocks. Let me pass through your flock today, removing there all speckled and spotted sheep, all the brown ones among the lambs, and the spotted and speckled among the goats. This will be my wages. And I just want to go home. And Laban was like, okay, whatever, you said it, let's do it. So he removed from that day the male goats that were speckled and spotted, all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, all of them. Okay. And he did this all throughout Laban's flock. And oh my God, he got everything ready for mating. He got everything ready for mating. It's bedtime. Okay. Okay. So, um, he got, then Jacob separated the lambs and still getting things ready. And it came to pass whenever the stronger livestock conceived that Jacob placed the rods before they're still, they're still mating. And hi, guys. How are you? How are you? I am Nikki K the Great. Whoop whoop indeed. Uh right now I'm actually getting ready to finish up. But right now he's going through a whole bunch of mating stuff. Like, do you really want to hear about sheep's mating? Because I don't necessarily want to read about sheep's mating. So let me know. Why do you want to see? What does that even mean? I don't know what you mean. I'm a sheep dressed like a wolf because I'm amazing. So, anyway, do you guys even know who I am? I'll tell you, I'm the saint of awesome. I am a super stone sage. Do you guys want to smoke a joint with me? Well, smoke a bowl with me because we can totally smoke a bowl. Because I don't necessarily want to read about sheep mating. Oh no, it is a wig. But Violent J said if they're gonna make if they're gonna make an action figure of you, how will people know it's you? And people will know it's me by the headphones, the hat, and the wig. I want to be a fucking action figure, man. Let me be an action figure. I want to dress how I want to be, and I want to be a sage. And I think it's fantastic. I don't know what you think, but I want to be an action figure. Wouldn't it be amazing to be an action figure? I told you we're just like wolves. We're not sheep. We are we are wolves. We fit in to get in, man. We are in a world full of wolves. So we have to fit in with these motherfuckers. So we are wolves too. No, no, I'm not doing any of that. What I am doing though is trying to figure out if you guys want to read about sheep fucking or do you want to smoke a bowl? What do you guys want to do? And how did you guys even find me? I think that's amazing that you guys found me. How did you even find me? And especially on YouTube. How'd you find me on YouTube? I figured people would be on the pill first. Listen, when I first got these motherfuckers pulled, they hurt so bad. There was a week that I didn't have these things in because they fucking hurt terribly. And I lost my teeth partially because of bad hygiene, but a lot of them got knocked out when I got curb stomped. It was a thing. Yeah, I got curb stomped. It was great. Best thing ever happened to me. Oh, yeah. Well, there's 0 viewers right now, but sometimes I have a few in here. but they're all sleeping because I live stream so late. But I like live streaming so late so I can find other weirdos that want to know what the Bible said and not be scared by it. Because that is my purpose, to find the people Jesus loves, which are the weirdos. And if you look back on my videos, there's one called A Christmas Present from Jesus. It is to people like us that don't fit in anywhere because we're fucking amazing, just no one can see it. Like a black person? I don't know. Some. I mean, there's weirdos of every race, but I just prefer the weirdos black sheep. Yeah. The super weirdos. Well, okay, no, I'm just kidding about the super weirdos. Because that's when you get into the weird shit. I don't like weirdos like that. Like, don't chop your pecker off, you know. No, stop it. Don't do that. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. I'm friendly to you. Don't be disrespectful on my channel, please. Selma and Patty Simpson are going to sue you. Oh my god, that is the best shit. Oh my god, I am so gonna tell that to my husband. Oh, that is the best shit ever. I swear to God. Do you want to smoke a cigarette with me? It's uh mm, oh yeah, you can say fuck it. Just don't say the other word. I cuss all the time. And I'm not monetized, and I think that's why I can cuss all the time. Because I'm not monetized. I'm just regular. I'm just regular. Although my channel is shadow banned a lot because I have very unlikable views on these terrible ass people in this Bible. Oh, are you saying that one word? See, I don't know what you're saying. Oh, don't say that either. If you want to say words like that, go over to pill.net. Hold on. I'll I'll get it for you right now. If you want to say those kind of words and not get my channel banned, go over here to pill.net. Yes, they're fucking terrible ass people, no lie. And I call their bullshit out all the time. Yeah, all the time. No, if you want to say words like that, go over to my pill.net. So, other than the zero view thing, what brought you over here? I mean, because the zero view thing is amazing, but are you guys ever going to come back again? And we can read about things. I read about things every night at 10 o'clock. But I also I read the Ethiopian book at 2 p.m. This book is called Shit God Didn't Say, a Jew Journal fantasy novel. That's that's what this book is. So I rip it apart every day at 4 o'clock. But I think I'm moving up to 2 o'clock. Or like maybe like 1:30 or something. This might be HT's mom. I don't know who that is. Maybe. I mean, and if you are HT's mom, whoever that might be, are you going to stay from a storytelling? I tell stories. Well, I tell these ancient stories in very fun ways. So I want to know why she has OG fever in her pill check. Well, if you're on my pill chat, go over to my pill. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Look, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. I still can't even tell if you guys are trolls or not because I love you so much right now. Well, I know the person trying to say the bad words, which you should not because I have a very good channel. So don't hurt my channel. I'm already shadow banned. So, Spooky Sammy. Okay, Spooky Sammy and original something songs. Original something songs. I can't read that, but yes, I would like to know in the pill chat. See, I think they left me. Hold on. How about that fridge tour? Oh, you don't want to go in my fridge. Oh my God, are you kidding? There's like 5-day leftovers in there. There's food that we forgot to feed the raccoons in there. There's all sorts of shit in there. Some lunch meat that nobody's gonna eat. Uh, there's some eggs in there. There's some milk for coffee. Yeah, that's it. In my fridge. Oh my God. Can I recommend a song? I can't play a song. I got my YouTube going. You guys are on my YouTube. But I could shut off YouTube, I guess, and you guys could go over to Pilled and then we could play a song. We don't want to hear about it. Well, you asked me about my fridge. We want to see it. I'm telling you, no, you don't. I promise. And I couldn't even take you guys over there anyway. My shit is sedentary. It just sits there. Yeah. You can play it here. Nuh-uh. I told you I'm already shadow banned. They I can't play it on my channel. Pills is like I don't know what it is, but it it's good enough for me. I like it. Uh I probably also have oh no. There's three no, that's you. That's you guys. And on Pilled, two people are watching and one of them might be me. It's real life though. I'm not even joking. But every once in a while people like you show up. So it makes it worth it. Because you guys might end up my friends and come and give me likes and stuff. Original. Is that original meme songs? I'm trying to read it. I don't read very good. No, don't do that. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, I think you're doing that. Don't do that. Like, if you want to say things like that, go over to the other one. But let's smoke a cigarette because, well, why not? Next. What are we doing next? What's next? Cigarette is next. That's what's next. Dun, dun, dun. So, what do you mean by next? Like, next time you'll be my friend? And maybe there won't be a whole chapter of sheep having sex. Like, I'm not really sure why we needed to know that the sheep were having sex. But okay. These people are fucking weird. Or is that like next you're moving on? Because I mean, you could do that also. I mean, maybe not also, but also. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, are you guys still here fooling around or are we ready to go? Oh, yeah, because I'm already over an hour. Yeah, we gotta go. Or else nobody is gonna watch this stream. And I don't know, it might change the time. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Okay. Well, if you guys are done, I am done. Okay. So it's time to give the pillow some head and the sheets. Wait, I'm so lost on where I was. Hold on. Right here. Now it's time to give the pillow some head. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. And then give your bed linen the best ass of its life. Have a postcoital cigarette. Smoke a bowl. And then have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you guys. Good night. Even you over there, you trolls. I love you guys so much. Good night.